Hi, it's Karen from the Reading Corner. I just wanted to go over one of our activities really quick, which is our button addition. And basically, addition is something that we really start exposing the kids to when they're 3 and 4, but it's really a heavy standard in kindergarten. So we want to just give them some simple exposure to it. This activity was just intended to be simple, where they can count the buttons and cover the addition or the sum. This is a really great way of getting some of that math verbiage in. So we look at the add-ins, we can talk about the addition sign, the equal sign. We can talk about what the sum means. You can cut it up into strips. Again, we've done that with many of them, just so it's not so overwhelming. When you have your child point, make sure they're doing one-to-one correspondence where they're using their finger to point to them. Eventually, like we've talked about in some of our different videos, our sticker numbers and things like that you can find on our website. Eventually, you want your child to do what's called quantifying or subsidizing. And basically what that means is instead of counting the dots, they're going to see this and they're going to see that it's a number 5. I try to keep my format of how I place the numbers the same. So like this is always how I do a 5. And then when I add a 6, I put a dot next to it. And then when I add a 7, I put another dot. So as it's growing in its value, it's getting the structure stays the same. So that's typically how I keep the letters or the numbers when I'm doing an activity like this. But it's also really important just to throw down, some blocks or something like that and see if your child can count them. First of all, obviously counting them by counting them with their finger, but then going into that quantifying when they look at it and they can say there's 5 blocks there, which is really important because then it helps to build on some better math or more difficult math concepts. Another way to use this is if they're done with the addition problem, always give them that, well, if there's one more, what would that be? Or if there's one less, what would that be? If we added 2 onto it, what would that be? So you can just kind of extend with the addition as once they finish that sum. Another great way to do this, like we've said with all of them, is if you have manipulatives, that's great because we want to give them snap cues. We want to give them something tactile. If you have buttons, give them some buttons. This is just to give you an idea of an activity to do with your child. So you don't have to always use the actual worksheet or the task maps that I give you. You can put this away and just get blocks or just get cars or cereal or gummy bears and do addition problems with it. So can you pull out 3 red and 2 blue? How many do you have in all? So it just makes it like this is just kind of giving you the concept so that you can make it more of a natural, organic learning experience with your child. So make sure you watch the instructional video because we are going to go over some of the different ways of using this, and thanks for watching.